Okay, welcome to the history of the Royal Rumble, and this is my board of all the winners from top to bottom and all the locations. We can start in '88. Hacksaw in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Big John Studd in Houston. Hogan in Miami in '90. Hogan in Miami in '91. Flair in '92 in Albany. '93 Yokozuna in Sacramento. '94 Brett and Lex in Providence. 95 HBK, 96 HBK in Fresno, 97 Austin in the Alamo Dome, 98 Austin in San Jose, 99 Vince in Anaheim, 2000 The Rock in MSG, 2001 Austin in New Orleans, 2002 Triple H in Atlanta, 2003 Lesnar in Boston, 2004 Benoit in Philly, 2005 Batista in Fresno hosting their second Rumble, 2006 Rey Mysterio in Miami, 2007 Taker in San Antonio, 2008 Cena in MSG, 2009 Orton in Detroit, 2010 Edge, I forgot the location, 11 Del Rio, forgot Atlanta maybe, 2012 Sheamus, 2013 Cena. So that's all you winners. Let's talk about this. Okay, welcome to this. This is Royal Rumble, history of the Royal Rumble. I'm not going to go, it's 1:37, I get 8 minutes. I'm just talking to myself. Let's get a couple things off the table. First off, 2014 is going to be my year here on YouTube. And I'm going to kill it with sick wrestling videos. And it's going to be my year on YouTube. I have no doubt, because I'm going to kill it day after day after day with sick wrestling videos. And I think sometimes you got to gain a little respect by showing a little bit of wrestling knowledge, and that's what my plan is. And we'll start today. You know, I think I have the knowledge to be one of the best people on here, and I already have the best subscribers. I have the most loyal subscribers. I have subscribers that subscribed to me 3 or 4 years ago, and they still remembered. So I have the best subscribers on YouTube. No doubt. So, anyways, let's get to it here. This is a video request for my main man, Morgan Tyler 86. You guys can follow him on Twitter for DVD updates. One of the most knowledgeable people out there when it comes to DVDs and professional wrestling. I'd like to thank Ziggy Pop, Michael Young, Matt Demp, everybody else who I talk to on Twitter on a daily basis, Smart Mark Steve, everybody wrestling lovers who have supported Gemini throughout 2013, and I'm looking forward to 2014. So let's get to it. Okay, I don't want to spend all day doing this. Yesterday that WrestleMania video took me like, I don't even know, it took me a long time to make. So I got my Royal Rumble board up, and we'll just run through each year and I'll talk about the highlights. I mean, if I wanted to, literally I could talk about the Royal Rumbles all day. I really could. I could talk about them. I could break down each one and probably spend an hour on each one. But we'll just look real quick, and then we'll go from there. Okay, '88. The first Royal Rumble was on the USA Network, and the only place you're actually going to find that is on the Royal Rumble Anthology. And Hacksaw went over in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, and they had a weightlifting contest with Dina Bravo, and it was pretty interesting stuff. '89, they went to Houston and Summit, and if you check my way old videos, I made a full review on '89. Big John Studd went over in this event. I have no idea why they put Big John Studd over, but whatever. Okay, '90, '91, you go to Miami. Those were the ones where Hogan won and dominated. He was the WWF champion. He was the man. He was the #1 guy. Royal Rumble at the time hadn't developed its concept yet, so it really wasn't about like the main event spot at WrestleMania. Okay, '92, the best Royal Rumble of all time. Flair goes over in Albany, New York, wrestles for an hour, wins the WWF title in the tournament. Legion of Doom, Natural Disasters in the tag team match. Definitely my favorite Royal Rumble. Piper wins the Intercontinental belt from the Mountie. '93 goes to Sacramento. First Royal Rumble in California, and you got Yokozuna, who threw Savage out and won the match. Narcissist debuted, it was not the greatest Royal Rumble. Scott Hall and Razor Ramon had a good match. 94 Providence, Bret Hart and Lex Luger tied at the very end. Not a very good Royal Rumble to me, you know, with Undertaker getting beat up by like 50 bad guys against Yokozuna in the casket match. Excuse me if I'm looking at my phone, it's because I'm, okay, 36, okay, 4 minutes. I'm timing this out. I am not a technical wizard at all, but what I am is a wrestling fan, and what I do is have a brain for professional wrestling. So if you want high graphics and all that shit, you know, go to someone who's a little more computer smart. All I am is wrestling smart. 95, the Sundome in Tampa. Bret wrestled Diesel in a great match. A lot of outside interference with Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett and those other guys. And then LT and Bam Bam got into it. In the end, HBK went in #1 and left and won the Royal Rumble. 96 Fresno opening match was Goldust and oh god, I got some gas. 96 was Jeff Jarrett and Ahmed in the opening match, and then Jarrett smashed the guitar over Ahmed's head. It was crazy. And then HBK went over, he threw Diesel, he kicked Diesel out with a very fake kick to win the 96 Rumble. 97 was in San Antonio in the Alamo Dome, where they had to give away a bunch of free tickets to fill it up. Shawn Michaels says he sold out the Alamo Dome. Shawn, you didn't sell out the Alamo Dome. You guys know you gave away free tickets in the 97 Rumble because this NWO was killing you guys at the time in WCW, and that's fact. 97 Austin really began his descent to the top. 98 San Jose, January the 18th, 98. I was there sitting next to the drunk lady. Kept asking me if I wanted to leave with her, and the answer was no. I wanted to watch Austin win the Royal Rumble, so I'm not going to leave with you, lady. 99 Anaheim. WWF was on fire. Vince McMahon and Austin got into it, and Vince McMahon wound up winning the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble was cool up until about... The Royal Rumble was still cool to me at this point. Later on, in later years, it became a resume builder. To me, it became just a giant resume builder and just something you could put on your resume. Oh, Royal Rumble winner. Back then, it was still cool. 2000, The Rock went over New York. Triple H and Foley had a fight. 2001 was in New Orleans, and Austin won, but people remember Kane eliminating a shitload of people. 2002 was forgettable. It was in Atlanta, and Triple H went over. He threw Kurt Angle out. 2003 was in Boston, and Lesnar won. 2004 was in Philly, and Benoit won. He wrestled for an hour. 2005 was in Fresno, and Batista and Cena came down to it. Batista might have won that match, but hang on one sec. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so 2005 was in Fresno, and Batista won it. Threw Cena out, but Cena had the last laugh because he became the main guy on SmackDown. Batista got his ass sent over to Raw, so John Cena became the #1 guy in 2005, and Batista got kind of bumped down. 2006, Miami. Rey Mysterio only won because Eddie Guerrero died, and they wanted to exploit it, and they did, and that was fact. And Cena beat Edge for the WWF title, but who cares, because Lita and her giant boobies were standing tall. 2007 was a great moment. It was HBK and Undertaker. It came down to the end of the Royal Rumble match, and it was awesome. It was a prelude to things to come at WrestleMania in 2009, 2010. And Taker won that one on that night, but him and HBK, they had unsettled business, such as WrestleMania 25. Okay, 2008. 2007 was in San Antonio at AT&T Center. 2008, Cena won in Madison Square Garden. He came back at the very end. 2009, Orton won in Detroit in a very forgettable Royal Rumble. 2010, also very forgettable, but Edge won. 2011, I like the concept of 40 guys in the ring. 2012, Sheamus won, very forgettable. In 2013, Cena won, which pissed me off because he had already won it, and this was nothing but a resume builder for Cena. So that's your winners and all your Royal Rumbles. A lot of highlights, and I'll show you guys all the DVDs here in just a second. But the Royal Rumble went from a very cool event in the beginning. It was very cool, very exciting pay-per-view, to just another pay-per-view, just a resume builder. And it used to be the road to WrestleMania begins at the Royal Rumble. Bullshit. Bullshit. It's not the road to WrestleMania anymore at all. I mean, it's January, and WrestleMania ain't till April. So you still have Elimination Chamber. You still have a shitload of Raws where the #1 guy could lose the next night on Raw. It used to be, like, you won the Royal Rumble, and you were, like, guaranteed to wrestle in the last match at WrestleMania. And it's not even the case anymore. Like, Edge won it one year, and he wrestles the first match at WrestleMania. Fuck that. The Royal Rumble should be meaning you wrestled the last match at WrestleMania. You're the main event of WrestleMania. I mean, it's gotten stupid. Like, oh wait, no, Del Rio won and you wrestled Edge in like the first match of. I mean, fuck that. I mean, Sheamus wins and what? I mean, he sure as hell wasn't main eventing. And it just became a. The Royal Rumble the last couple of years just became a resume builder. We're gonna put it on like they'll give it to Punk this year just so they can title it on Punk. Royal Rumble winner. Fuck that. I mean, the Royal Rumble was one of the coolest events in the WWF. It's not one of the coolest events anymore. It's another pay-per-view. They don't care about it. It's a resume builder. Royal Rumble's not a big deal anymore. It's not. I mean, it's fun and stuff because you're not sure who's gonna win. But it's not like it was like back in the early days, 90, 91, 92. It was exciting. You really cared about who won the Royal Rumble. But last couple of years, very forgettable. They don't even try on the DVDs anymore. The early Rumbles were the best ones. 90, 91, 92, 90, 96 was really good. 88, 89 were really good. But the Royal Rumble now is just a resume builder. And it's another pay-per-view. Just like a Survivor Series. So, anyways, I'm Gemini, and I hope you enjoyed the history of the Royal Rumble. There's a lot more highlights. I mean, 89, Rude and Warrior had a pose down. 90, Garvin and Valentine had a submission match. LT and Bam Bam getting into it. And there's a lot of highlights. I mean, Brett and Undertaker had a match at 96. There's a shitload of highlights. I'm not going to get into it all. Hit me up on Twitter, Gemini888. Also, check out Wrestling Lovers on here. I'm part of the Wrestling Lovers with Wrestling Jesus and Andy's Truth and Wrestling Bitch. Good guys. And Steve. So I'm Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you. Okay, here we go. We'll take a look at my Royal Rumble collection. Anthology. And then you go... okay, you go 2000... 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. It's the Blu-ray for 11, Blu-ray for 12, and the standard DVD for 12. And Blu-ray 13. Wow, they did a Blu-ray on something. They haven't been doing a lot of Blu-rays lately, guys. Rumble 89. Somebody spilled coffee all over it. Fuckers. Still footage works. That's what's important. Rumble 98. Taker and Kane. You know, Kane lit the casket on fire. 99. 95. 94. 93. And 2002. I just want you guys to compare something. This is what I mean about the Rumble. They don't even try their DVDs anymore. Look at the covers, man. Back with the way they used to do it. 93 cover, a couple wrestlers on the front. Identify a bunch of wrestlers on the back. Cool looking cover. And then look at the 2009. What the hell? I mean, this is so damn cheap. Just cheap as fuck. And look at like 8. So cheap, man. Look at these 3 covers. How the fuck are you supposed to tell the difference between 2007, 2008, and 2000? I mean, the 3 of them look identical. Back in the day, this is how your Rumble covers look. 92, 93, 94. I mean, it looked cool. This is not cool. So, Royal Rumble has gone, like, way downhill when this is your DVD cover. That's a joke. But the anthology is the way to go on the Rumble. Anthology is great. It's got so much wrestling on there. You'll be wrestled out. You'll be hating wrestling by the end of it because you'll be so damn tired of it. Gemini,